Hello, greetings from Santa Cruz, Bolivia. I am Carolina Monroy Rosso, and I'm here to speak about Bolivia's sovereign access to the Pacific Sea. Why? Since the War of 1879, relations in between Bolivia and Chile have been poor and very tense. Bolivia has a geographical issue. It is placed in the center of South America, and it is locked in between five countries. The main issue Bolivia sees is how it is locked in between the Andes in the west and the Amazonian jungle in the east. This gives Bolivia countless limitations and makes exportations and importations very difficult for the country. Since pre-colonial times, what today is Bolivia's territory was always linked with the Pacific Ocean. Excavations and findings have demonstrated this. This proves that the need for Bolivia to have access to the Pacific is undeniable. An example is, in colonial times, all minerals extracted from the highlands of Bolivia were sent directly to Spain from the port of Arica, which now lies in Chilean grounds. This proves the geographic and economic interdependence in between the highlands and the Pacific. Bolivia has the right and necessity to the sovereign access to the Pacific Sea. Bolivia lost the access to the Pacific coast in 1879, after the aggression war caused by Chile's economic and territorial interests in the wealthy region of the coast of the Pacific. Bolivia then became a landlocked country, which had dramatic effects on Bolivia's economy, evolution, prosperity, and population's morale. Bolivia lost one of its major attributes and necessities. The loss of the sovereign access to the sea took away Bolivia's ability to communicate directly with the rest of the world. Chile mutilated Bolivia in one of its vital parts, which is the rich seacoast, and left Bolivia agonizing since the war. Bolivia is not demanding the lost territory back, but the country is demanding direct access to the Pacific Ocean. Instead of having countries fiscalizing, taxing, and having to pay tribute to foreign countries for every imported and exported good, Bolivia has the right and should have a sovereign access to the Pacific Ocean. Every time Bolivia imports goods, it must pay taxes to the country that receives the goods in their port. This is mainly Chile. This also happens every time Bolivia exports goods, as it must give part of the profit from these goods back to Chile. Bolivia is a country that is extremely rich in natural resources. It has renewable resources as well as non-renewable resources. These go from gas to oil, minerals, agriculture, etc. Bolivia is the second largest gas country in South America, with 27 TCF, which is trillion cubic feet, of proved reserves. It also has 67% of the whole world's lithium reserves. It has 28 different minerals in the mines of the highlands, and it has the largest iron ore mine in the world. This is Mutum. It's a highly agricultural country, and it has grains of all types, a diversity of thousands of different types of potatoes. It has fruits, vegetables, livestock, coffee, etc. All these products are consumed natively, but are also exported worldwide. Bolivia is currently limited to air and land transport, and this is a disadvantage as air freight and land transport is more expensive, and through the sea it would be more useful as larger and heavier quantities of goods can be exported. Due to the trade policies in between Bolivia and Chile, Bolivia cannot export their goods and attain a profit of 100%. This obligates Bolivia to pay unnecessary taxes and causes the country's economic stagnation, causing Bolivia's economical potential to be limited. As a matter of fact, Chile's taxation accounts for more than half of the revenue that is returned to Bolivia for their goods. With Chile's appropriation of Bolivia's past territory on the coast of the Pacific, they did not only gain the ports, but also an area which was rich in mines and resources, such as nitrates, and later accounted for more than half of Chile's government's revenues. Without this land, Chilean revenues from nitrates would have fallen 80%. Another example is the copper exported by Chile, amounting for more than 20 million tons, and this all comes from this region. This accounts for the entire Asian continent's copper exportations. Historical proof, economical need, and humanistic rights prove that Bolivia has the right to sovereign access to the Pacific coast and sea. Bolivia needs sovereign control over an access to the Pacific Ocean and that would restore its original status as a maritime state. For more than a century, the Bolivian government, with great effort, has persistently tried to find a solution for the problem through direct negotiations and from 1979 onwards with diplomatic and political support. A policy that would allow Bolivia to gain sovereign access to the Pacific Sea would not only improve the relations in between the two neighboring countries of Chile and Bolivia, but it would also give rise to new economic opportunities for Bolivia and would stimulate its economy. Such agreement would also be beneficial to all of South America's trade and economy, and it would give a final and peaceful solution to the ongoing Pacific dispute. Thank you very much.